If you've been sitting for a long period of time, such as 4 to 6 hours, you may have lack of hip mobility. In order to test for hip mobility, we can use the modified Thomas test or the Eli's test. These mobility tests should be done by corrective exercise specialists or physical therapists. And to get started, we're going to start by foam rolling the quads, and then after, we're going to mobilize the hip flexors. All right, so we're going to start by rolling the quads. We're going to start about mid-quad, roll all the way up and down. And then when you find a tight spot, you're going to flex and extend 4 to 5 times. Nice and slow. Make sure you're taking a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Find another spot. Flex and extend. You can also contract the muscle and you can relax the muscle while you breathe out. This allows you to get deeper in the muscle. We can spend a total of 2 to 5 minutes on each leg. But we also don't want to forget the outer quad. So we're going to tilt over to the side a little bit, just like that. And then to make it easier, you can rest part of your body on the opposing leg like this. We're also going to flex and extend a few times. And then we're going to do the kneeling hip flexor stretch. So for the kneeling quad and hip flexor stretch, we want to get into a lunge position. And then we're going to have this back foot up. And then you want to make sure that you're tucking your tailbone underneath you, and you want to squeeze your glutes about 80%. Then we're going to pulse a couple inches, hold for a few seconds, and then we're going to come back to the start. Just like that. As a progression, you can raise the arm and tilt to the side, and then you'll get some more muscles there. We want to be careful of not going too far, because what happens if you go too far like this, you lose the pelvic tilt, which doesn't stretch the hip flexors and quads as much. You can do this as a pre-workout by pulsing in and out and holding end range for 5 seconds, or you can use this as a post-workout stretch and hold for 1 to 2 minutes. So the next stretch we're going to do is the couch stretch. This is a progression from the kneeling hip flexor stretch. So we want to get a pole to balance. We want to get a box or a small couch. And what we're going to do is just slide the shin down the edge of the box here. And a couple of things we want to look out for. We want to make sure our pelvis is tucked underneath us. We want to have an 80% squeeze in the glute. We want to just get a sense and feel in this position and see if we're really, really stiff or not. If we're really, really stiff, we may just leave it here. But if you're feeling like you can stretch further, bring the butt closer to the heel. That's going to really get a nice stretch in those hip flexors and those quads. We're going to utilize the breath. We want to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. We want to stimulate that vagus nerve and activate that parasympathetic nervous system, which is going to relax the muscles and help ease into the stretch. We're going to hold about 2 minutes, and as a progression, you can raise the arm overhead and tilt to the side. That was the couch stretch. Part 2 on how to improve hip mobility is on the way.